Hey everybody, it is Virginia Phillips here with the Academy of Entrepreneurial Excellence, your entrepreneurial coach. Today I'm in a park in beautiful Colorado Springs coming to you all with the question I want to answer: what is a vision statement? Well, a vision statement is your definition of where you want to be in the future. It is that dream forecast. It's what Stephen Covey would say, the end in mind. I want to know as a coach where you want to go, because as a coach, I cannot coach you to get to some place that you have not yet defined. If you were Bill Gates at one point, you would define the future as having a computer in every single household around the world. He is still working very hard to make that dream come true, and he is a very successful man. It might be, if you are a chef, getting that 5-star rating. If you're a journalist, it might be getting in something like Forbes or the Washington Post or the New York Times. If you are a mom and pop shop, it might be a certain level of profit where you can begin to look at retirement and closing your store. If you are somebody that isn't driven by profits, maybe what you're driven by is the number of people that you help. I had an executive recently tell me that his big goal was to reach 1,000 business owners. And my initial reaction to him is, that's not your endpoint. That dream is not big enough. You're pretty much already doing that. You need to dream much bigger than that. You need to dream like a Bill Gates. How far can you take this dream, and can you strive to reach to that? I tell folks often that their boxes that they live in are too small. And you will never see the opportunities outside of your box. So you have to be sure that you're playing in a box that's big enough that's going to take you to your dreams. And the only way you know that is by defining them, by really sitting down and defining what you are chasing. In business, we are chasing something, but all too often we are chasing the daily satisfaction, maybe the weekly satisfaction, or maybe a bullet point on our 60 or 90 days. We are not chasing the end in mind. Most of us want to be in business for 10, 15, 20 years. What do we want to accomplish when we exit our business? Exit strategies is for another day and another time. Today is about you creating that vision. And most folks don't create a vision that's big enough because they don't dream big enough. Why don't we dream big enough? Most of us went to a school system that they really trained us to be employees. They did not train us to be thinkers or define our own future. So this feels foreign to you. How do you go about dreaming big when you're still trying to figure out how to just pay rent or how to just pay your employees? Well, I will tell you, you let your mind wander. You tap into mentors who are already at the stage that you're at, and you say, why can't that be me? You know, I told this story this weekend that a gentleman had asked me to come visit his new place in New York. And my immediate reaction to him was, I don't just hop on a plane and go visit new people's offices. That's not me. And as soon as I hung up the phone, I said, why isn't that me? New York and servicing New York is within my clientele. I worked with Shark Tank for a while, and those folks wanted me to do some things for them that weren't in my repertoire yet. And I wanted to know, why aren't they? Why am I not incorporating some of those things into my dream? So whenever I get those phone calls that those initial reactions are, that's not me, I don't do that, I first ask, why not? And I ask the second question is, am I dreaming big enough? I went to New York. It was a phenomenal trip, and I will be going back to New York. I am now one of those people that flies places to go visit somebody who's opening an office. Are you dreaming big enough? Are you making your plans big enough? Because if you're operating in a small box, you only achieve what's in that small box. If you operate in a much larger box, the likelihood is you will achieve more because your brain sees everything within that box as the realm of possibilities. Do not count yourself out because you have typically not done something. If you are going to grow to a bigger status and get those dreams, you have to operate like you're already the person that does that. Dream bigger and create those dreams for your future that you need to, so that you can absolutely reach them. I am Virginia Phillips. I'm your entrepreneurial coach, encouraging you to make more profits every day, especially today. Bye, y'all.